So we've all had the joy of opening a pay stub, expecting a big amount, looking at the bottom and being really disappointed. The goal in this video is to walk you through whether this is the first time you're reviewing a pay stub or you've done it years upon years. What do you look for? What do you review? What do you change? And what can you even automate? So the very first thing, no matter if you are paid salary, hourly, you get a bonus, you get a commission, we all start with gross wages. Gross wages is really what we make. Then we reduce it. There's a couple different deductions here: pre-tax, after-tax, and then taxes. So those are deductions, things that are taken away from what we make. And we eventually get down to what we keep. This is also known as take-home. So from our gross wages, we have pre-tax deductions. So think of your 401k. You can allow, or you can really determine that deferral or that deduction. So 401k, it could also be health insurance, so like a cafeteria plan through work. This all really depends on what's available to you at your employer. So gross wages minus the pre-tax deductions gets you down to taxable wages. So think here of your pay stub, which eventually becomes your W-2, which then gets reported on your tax return. Not everything that you make is taxed because it's reduced by those pre-tax. After you get to taxable wages, you can then also defer some of your salary into after-tax deductions, like a Roth 401k, or some other common ones here are disability insurance, maybe life insurance, and some large employers even allow you to give charitably. So I defer some of my paycheck to this charity. That would be after tax. And then finally, taxes. So think of here federal withholdings, state withholdings, and then the mandatory Social Security and Medicare, also known as FICA. And that gets us down to net wages. This is my take home. So when we step back and we look at this, we should be reviewing this periodically. We should be seeing, is my current versus year to date, first of all, is it correct? And now that we have an understanding of what we're looking at, we can determine that. The next thing is, where should I make changes? Maybe you take your federal withholdings or your state withholdings and you annualize those. You project those out for the rest of the year. Am I going to be having enough withheld when I eventually prepare my tax return? So if you annualize it, you look at that amount, compare it to maybe last year's tax return, just kind of a ballpark. Am I under withheld, over withheld? Make adjustments now before you actually get your W-2. And some easy ways to do that would be to reach out to your payroll department, maybe make a change in the number of allowances on your W-4, or just increase the actual dollar amount withheld. So make adjustments where needed. Also, look at the benefits. If you have things like health savings accounts or a 401k through work, are you taking advantage of those? So a great chance to review, understand, make adjustments. And the last one is automate. So whatever here that you can automate, maybe it's your take home. Maybe you should have that directly deposited to your bank account. So there's always something there, or split it. Some goes to your checking, some goes to your savings. Or the last one here is the 401k. If you haven't been contributing, here's an easy way. Every paycheck, I want 10%, 20% to go into this. And before you know it, you'll be saving, and it'll work with your budget. In review your pay stub so that you know what you're making and then what you're taking. Make adjustments where needed and automate where you can. And if you need help with any of this, we're happy to help you.